Hey guys, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I got quite a few requests for this one. It's alien voices, female and male singers, and I'm just gonna dive right into it. I haven't seen it yet, but I can only assume that there's gonna be some crazy stuff going on. So let's check it out. Here we go.
I don't think I heard you real good. You can do it again.
I didn't hear you, I heard all three of you. That's polyphonic singing, by the way, and it's interesting because you can actually resonate different parts of the vocal fold to get them to, like David Lee Roth when he does this, kind of screams and stuff. The folds are kind of splitting, they're separating, you're getting different parts of the folds that are actually creating different polyphonic sounds. There's Nubian throat singers that are guys that do like 2 and 3 and even 4 voices, or sometimes in 3 different octaves, and it's like the creepiest thing ever. But anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
Somebody in the back.
There's quite a few people that are doing a lot of the whistle register stuff. It's flageolet whistle register. Say that 3 times fast. But anyway, and yeah, that resonates really, really high up into the octave of the female register, and there are a lot of male guys that can do it. In fact, Dimash is one of them, and so he's a crazy man. He's also an alien voice. I like to continue to promote him because I want to see that guy own planet Earth. He's just awesome. So anyway, yep, here's Mariah. She's doing her famous whistle register step. Hey, you singers out there, be careful on this because the way the vocal folds resonate with the whistle register can actually really hurt you over time, and it may be one of the things that have cost Mariah Carey her voice amongst some other things. But so be really careful with trying to do that because it causes a lot of separation in the chord themselves, and you have to come back and put elasticity and moisture back in the chords so that you get good phonation and that the chords close correctly after you do these kind of acrobatics. Okay, let's continue. So you hear that kind of fluty sound where the chords don't sound like they're really well connected. That's actually how you get this sound. So you got to be careful to go back and get good chord closure for good phonation. Otherwise, you will not be able to put good moisture back in the chords themselves. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. Sorry. That's what I mean, Nubian throat singers. This is what I was talking about. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what's going on the screen here, they're showing different note values, and you're seeing a G3 on one side and a G6. So what that means is he's showing you, so for each value of a numerical value like this, so if you have a G3, then the octave of G3 is G4, and then the octave of G4 is G5, and the octave of G5 is G6. So he's actually splitting his voice from G3 to G6, so he's literally singing in 3 different octaves, a unison or note in three octaves, I should say, not 3 different octaves, 3 octaves. And way back when, in like I said, Nubian throat singers, Tuvan throat singers that would do this kind of thing, they used to say that they were channeling spirits, and that there were actually several people kind of, just in time for Halloween, by the way. No, I think depending on when this video comes out, it probably is going to come out after Halloween. But yeah, so they would channel these spirits, and they were claiming that they're just listening to the wind and this and that, and different spirits that were overtaking them and singing through them, which there may be some truth to some of that. So anyway, but not necessarily here, but in some of their cases. So what this kind of reminds me of? is it reminds me of a juice harp. You know, and it kind of has like, you know, different timbral sounds like this, and it has a similar, I don't know, vibe to it to me. So anyway, there's different timbral sounds too. Playing a harp. A juice harp.
That's low.
Wow. I don't think I could hear the lowest note either. I must have some subwoofers to let me hear that. But, you know, it's kind of interesting too. So, you know, there may be some fry involved in that, but it actually sounded like he went down that low. Now, and guys, in a lot of this stuff, this is just for fun, and they're alien voices. That's why we're doing this. Most of this isn't really that practical and usable in singing. It's just a good parlor trick. So just sort of keep that in mind as we're moving along here. Growl at its finest for female oaks. You know, there's a, for those of you that don't want to hurt your voice and you still want to do some growl, TC Helicon or TC Electronics, I think it's just called Helicon now, has something called Voice Live Touch. And if you, there's a setting where you can set the octave down, I think, and then you can put like a gated reverb on it, and you could just go like this into it, and it gives you that growl effect without having to do that to your voice. For you guys out there that want to experiment with that. Anyway, can humans sing like birds? Here we go. Let's check this one out. I feel like I'm watching a Disney movie right now with Cinderella or something, where the birds are putting her wardrobe on her out in the forest or something. Oops. Good control. That's great. Wow, that's great. Looks like Julie Andrews. I don't know if it is or not, but I think it is Julie Andrews. Wow, that was cool. Yeah, that's really hard. So there's a lot of sopranos that will do stuff like that that can take, you know, registrations up. So if you get a chance, and I don't know, you know, if you guys are into all this stuff, but you've probably seen Dimash do this too. But there's a gal named Disney Diva 7, and she does the Fifth Element song that was actually never supposed to be sung, and then, you know, they did it on a keyboard, and then she reproduced it with her own voice. And then other people like Dimash have come along and done it too. But you owe it to yourself to check that out, because it's got a very similar thing like this, where they've got a lot of staccato notes that are really quick, and so that's pretty awesome. Okay, the next one is this one here.
On dirait un oiseau.
Sounds like a flute. It's pretty. It's neat.
Ah, j'ai jamais vu
See,
ça.
at least in this case, what's really cool about it, it is usable, and she's using it in a very creative kind of way, which is really awesome. So that's fun to see people bring their creativity to the table like that. So.
She told me to go to
That's hard. actually using their falsetto register break to, they're using their falsetto break. I haven't practiced that like that. I practice getting rid of that break, not actually emphasizing it and making that part of my shtick. But I've heard a lot of good German folk people do that and just excel at this, and it's pretty amazing to try to get that in pitch. Try to do this in octaves, because octaves, if you do octave shifts, or like, and you do that really, really quickly, like what they're doing, practice that, because it's really, really good for your pitch to be able to hear that and to pull that off. And they're just doing it like it's nothing. So it's pretty cool. It's interesting. Cool. Yeah, and so like in opera, you know, there are coloraturas that do this, where they'll do these like really crazy high, fast, you know, things. And Maria Callas is one; she can do a really good job of that. But there's a lot of really great coloraturas out there that do in fact do that. But yes, definitely alien voices, things that are very unusual. So anyway, gang, if you liked what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel. And God bless you. And until next time, peace out. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. That will actually take you to another page where you want to click on the bell icon, and it opens up a menu, and the menu has notifications on it where there's a little box you can check where it says send me all notifications for this channel. Check the box and then click the save button, and you'll get notifications from me every time I have a cool video come out. Okay? Thanks guys. Peace out.